Kylian Mbappé, age 24, widely renowned as one of the most celebrated athletes globally and a key figure in the club's strategy to rebuild its identity around a talented group of French players, has communicated to PSG through a letter that he will not be extending his contract beyond its expiration next June. An executive familiar with the discussions between Mbappé and PSG, who spoke on the condition of anonymity due to the sensitive nature of the talks, revealed this information. This decision by Mbappé puts PSG in a position where they might have to contemplate a course of action they would prefer to avoid: the potential sale of Mbappé's playing rights during this summer transfer window, rather than risk losing him without any compensation when his contract ends. If the club decides to entertain offers for Mbappé, it is expected that they will demand a price well exceeding $200 million, possibly surpassing the existing world record for a player transfer. The executive mentioned that PSG's top officials were taken aback by Mbappé's letter and only became aware of it after being contacted by a French news outlet claiming to possess a copy before the club had received it. A spokesperson for Mbappé did not respond to requests for comment, and representatives from PSG also refrained from commenting on the letter or disclosing how they were informed of Mbappé's intentions, as initially reported by the French sports newspaper L'Equipe. PSG found themselves in a similar crisis last summer regarding Mbappé's future. The forward, who was out of contract, was on the verge of joining Real Madrid, but a last-minute effort and a significant financial offer convinced him to remain in Paris. Qatar, as the long-standing financial supporter of PSG, considered it a priority to retain their biggest star, especially during the year when the country was hosting the Men's World Cup. Ultimately, Mbappé signed a 2-year contract with a player option for a third season. However, in a letter seen by the New York Times, Mbappé informed the club that he will not exercise the option, indicating that his current contract and, most likely, his association with PSG will end after the upcoming season, unless PSG finds a willing team to acquire him earlier through a transfer fee. Real Madrid remains the most likely destination for Mbappé, as it was his favorite team during his childhood, and they had offered him the richest contract in their history just a year ago. Mbappé's star has continued to rise, notably during the World Cup in Qatar, where he led France to the final against Messi and Argentina. He almost single-handedly carried France to a second consecutive championship by scoring all 3 goals in a thrilling final, which Argentina won in a penalty shootout. Both Messi and Mbappé then returned to Paris and played crucial roles in leading PSG to their second consecutive French league title. Mbappé's desire to leave PSG comes shortly after a positive response from Real Madrid's president, Florentino Perez, when asked about recruiting Mbappé. Perez replied that they would do so, but not this year. However, that stance may be changing. In an interview last summer with The Times, ahead of the European season and the World Cup, Mbappé expressed his admiration for Real Madrid. The club had invited him to train in Spain even before he reached his teenage years, and he had posters of their stars adorning his childhood bedroom walls. While he vowed to return to the club one day, his decision to reject a record offer from Madrid and re-sign with PSG had raised doubts about whether his dream would ever come true. The presence of Real Madrid in the negotiations last year significantly raised Mbappé's price. When Real Madrid offered a contract worth over $250 million for 3 years, PSG had to counter with an even more lucrative deal, which included the opt-out clause that Mbappé now plans to exercise. While PSG was not particularly saddened by Messi's departure after his 2 seasons in France, the potential loss of Mbappé, a French national treasure nurtured in the suburbs surrounding Paris, would signify a major crisis for the club's direction. Despite achieving another French title, which has become somewhat routine and is barely celebrated, PSG experienced yet another year of failure in the Champions League, the most prestigious prize in European soccer. Kylian Mbappé's next destination, exploring the possibilities. At just 24 years old, Kylian Mbappé has already established himself as one of the brightest stars in the world of football. With his decision not to sign a new deal at Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, the French striker is preparing for a new chapter in his career. As the footballing world eagerly speculates about his next destination, several prominent clubs have emerged as potential suitors. In this article, we will explore the various options that Mbappe may consider, each presenting its own unique appeal and challenges. Real Madrid, fulfilling a childhood dream. Real Madrid holds a special place in Mbappe's heart, as it was his favorite team during his formative years. With their historical prestige and a track record of success, the Spanish giants could offer Mbappe the platform to showcase his talents on the grandest stage. Additionally, Real Madrid's financial prowess makes them capable of meeting Mbappe's substantial salary demands, making this move a tantalizing prospect. Manchester United, a reunion with Erik ten Hag. Under the guidance of new manager Erik ten Hag, Manchester United is aiming to restore their former glory. The combination of United's rich history and ten Hag's tactical acumen could provide an enticing proposition for Mbappe. Joining forces with a rejuvenated United side could see him play a pivotal role in their quest for domestic and European success. Liverpool, the Klopp connection. Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool has become a force to be reckoned with in recent years, capturing the hearts of fans worldwide. Under Klopp's tutelage, the club has achieved remarkable success, winning both domestic and European titles. Joining Liverpool would see Mbappe become part of a well-oiled machine, complementing their high-intensity style of play with his explosive abilities. The prospect of partnering with established stars such as Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane could be a tempting proposition for Mbappe. Chelsea, embracing a long-term project. Chelsea's recent resurgence, under the guidance of Thomas Tuchel, has reignited their ambition for sustained success. Despite missing out on Champions League qualification, the club's long-term project and significant financial resources make them an attractive option. Mbappe could play a vital role in shaping Chelsea's future and establishing them as a dominant force in English and European football. Arsenal, embracing youth and excitement. While Arsenal may not boast recent success on par with other clubs on this list, they possess a young and exciting team that is eager to return to their former glory. Joining Arsenal would allow Mbappe to be at the forefront of a new era for the club, playing alongside promising talents such as Bukayo Saka and Emile Smith-Rowe. Under the guidance of Mikel Arteta, Mbappe could become a catalyst for Arsenal's resurgence. Bayern Munich, the post-Lewandowski era. Bayern Munich, perennial German champions, will face a transition period when Robert Lewandowski eventually moves on. Inheriting the mantle as the new face of the Bavarian Giants could be an intriguing prospect for Mbappe. The allure of playing for a club known for their dominance in domestic competitions and their consistent presence in the latter stages of the Champions League may captivate Mbappe's ambitions. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate your support and encourage you to leave your thoughts in the comments section. Remember to subscribe to my channel for more exciting content.